Welcome back to our two-part look at Christ-centered spiritual direction. We've talked about what it is. Now let's explore why it matters. Personal spiritual growth is beautiful work and worthy, but your work and mine is to touch the world in life-giving ways, to do our part to create the land of the right side up, the reign of God. So the why of spiritual direction is social as well as personal. Let's revisit our diagram on the Christ-centered life. The core, life in Christ, radiates outward, animating every dimension of your life. But the outward pointed arrows do not stop at the boundaries of your life. They point the way to your larger mission. Let's explore this dynamic from three perspectives. First, from your perspective, spiritual direction matters because you are a self moving toward God through the world you touch, the world of relationships, ideas, interactions, the world of community, work, family life, spiritual life. The imperative to love and to co-labor and to forgive is always before you. The quality of your moral choice making and the clarity of your commitments is always at stake. Second, from God's perspective, God is passionately interested in relationship, in being the unfathomable thou to your unfathomable I. In spiritual direction, you give God something to work with, namely the circumstances of your life. God can work with that. Third, from the world's perspective, you may think that the world doesn't care whether you work through your issues or whether you gain moral and interior clarity. Yet you inhabit a world of relationships, of engagement, commitments, and meaning. We are all threaded together, whether we personally know each other or not. The grace and integrity with which you live your life radiates outward. The world is where you experience the astonishing reality of incarnation. It's the starting point of your transformation and eventual disappearance in the risen Christ. God meets you where you are. Where are you, anyway? In our world of hurry up, multitask, and scan and scroll, we're mostly somewhere else. Christ-centered spiritual direction invites you to pause, reflect, and actually notice things, from the effects of exhaustion, to the cry of the poor, to the astonishing beauty of creation. When you notice things and name your experience, you gain clarity and vitality for your mission. So why Christ-centered spiritual direction? Because your mission is to live a life of meaning within the rhythm of the living, the dying, and the surprising new life of the risen Christ. Your mission includes those parts of your life that fall apart precisely because something new is emerging. Spiritual direction helps you to discern what that something new is and how it can bless the world you touch. Christ-centered spiritual direction also calls forth a more mature prayer life, which I describe as more prayer, less words. Now I'll share with you 4 types of spiritual speech, which reveal where you are with where things are in your life. First is spiritually empty speech, the ongoing mindless chatter, both verbal and electronic, that fills every pocket of silence in our world today. It is a constant interruption which eventually becomes corrosive. It blocks you from being wholeheartedly present. Second, spiritually false speech reveals a jarring disconnection between inner self and outer response to undesired or challenging circumstances. It betrays the reality of your inner experience. It dismisses the deeper reality of, say, a soul wound or the effects of deep trauma, and blocks the deeper truth of your personhood. Statements like, "I've got to be strong," or "it's probably not that big a deal," or "I guess that's what I'm supposed to settle for," are signs of spiritually false speech. Third, spiritually unfree speech expresses the emotional pushback that can shackle a person for years or even decades. "I can't," "I refuse," "I will never" are common expressions of spiritually unfree speech. Finally, spiritually free speech reveals the authentic self in God. It strives to give worthy language to the complexity and mystery of your life. Spiritually free speech flows from a living relationship with your interior self and with God, which shapes your ways of being in the world. All of this and much more is available in my book, Moving in God's Direction, available in my store. Thank you for letting me share this brief tour of Christ-centered spiritual direction, what it is, and why it matters. Check out the spiritual direction page on my website. And if you're ready to discern whether this journey is right for you, reach out and let's schedule a brief introductory chat. Subscribe to my channel to get my latest offerings. Like, share, and leave a comment. I hope to hear from you soon. God bless you.